What is happening, so fam? So we're going to be doing the new moon cycle. So yesterday was the new moon. Today is the 21st, I believe. So it would have been yesterday, right? So we're going to be starting off our reading here. We have the sun and then we have earth, okay? So we're always going to be reading these. You can combine this with the tarot that we're going to be working on. Now, you guys can pick any one of these decks, okay? This one, that one, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, okay? You can pick up to 3, okay? And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out a card for each one of these cycles as we come all the way through. And then I'm going to put one in the center of the main moon. This would be the sun in our other template that we usually work with, okay? So you're going to take a deep breath. Connect with up to 3 decks if you want. You don't have to pick 3 decks, but I'm going to start off with this one because this is my bad boy. Oh, yeah. I love this one because this one has like gold in it. It's so delicious. I'm a sucker for tarot that have gold in them. Holy shit. Why? No clue. And as you can see, I have a million tarot, and there's still more coming. So, ooh, you're stepping into the new world. You're stepping into your power of justice and transformation, all right? That is what the new moon just brought to you most recently. As you step into the waxing crescent, there are some judgments that need to be conquered, and you need to understand like the call that is coming to you. You might be having a call right now to do something special in your life. And as you're making this shift in your reality, you need to come down to understand what that final judgment is. What is the judgment of the new world that you're trying to create? What is the energy that is most ample to you? You're going to have some sort of death, but extreme luck. This whole next moon cycle is about you understanding that you need to ground your reality. You went into this moment of understanding, okay, I'm coming into this new world, right? The world, and you're starting to create like this opening. But then as you're creating that world, what do you actually want? Make up your mind already, because there's going to come a quick second. Right now we're in the waxing crescent. We're right in here, okay? Pretty soon you're going to be shifting into that power coming into you and grounding. So if you can clear your mind and know exactly what it is that you want, you will be able to open up higher levels of existence. While you do that, understand that there is this power that's so deep inside of you that sometimes you need to let certain things leave you. Like, you no longer have to always confront something or come to understand it very deeply. You can just choose to let it leave you the same way a spirit leaves the body, okay? It's a gradual transition. And when you allow certain things from your reality to die, especially when you make that judgment as to what it is that you want to do next, reality just flows a little bit easier for you. By the full moon, you will be understanding what it is like to be a full creator in your reality by being in alignment with your soul. All right. This energy right here of the Emperor is very, very powerful, because there comes down to this energy of like, especially if you're looking at like where you're starting off from yesterday, like you're creating a new world. You're going to be the emperor of that new world, dude. Like, you need to be okay and know what steps are necessary to get there. Like, do you need to make some shifts in your business? Do you need to make some shifts in your daily habits? Like, you need to start grounding that, because regardless of whether or not you want to ground it because you're prepared, it's going to ground itself. So you might as well be braced in for it. Let things that don't serve you die and step into that power of being an emperor. You're gonna have the page of Pentacles basically tells you that you're gonna have a lot of wisdom and a lot of tenacity coming towards you. Like, you're gonna have these gateways of like wanting to learn, wanting to like acquire more, wanting to express yourself and expand yourself, and just like keep growing. But the main lesson here is like to absorb the knowledge, apply it, and don't give away your position when it comes to like growing in general. The Knight of Page is also telling you again, like, you're going from the page to the knight, all right? That's an upgrade. As the next moon cycles are stepping through, recognize that, again, if you're going to be making shifts in your reality, you don't have to be sharing it with everybody. You can just strictly be like, okay, I get it. I'm moving forward. And bam, we get the Queen of Pentacles. All right. You just went all over. By the full moon, you're going to be stepping into all these high powers. The Queen of Pentacles is like, she's got this strength that she knows that she can make anything happen and everything is hers and everything will come. Sometimes that confidence can make some really juicy waves that are not always beneficial to her, but at the same time, she knows she's got what she needs on lock. And by the next new moon, you will be in alignment with the Fool. The Fool meaning freedom of yourself and freedom of what you thought was holding you back. This right here, I see a lot of entrepreneur energy coming here. So if you're an entrepreneur and you pick this particular spread, like that's straight up what's up. Like you're by the next in 1 month's time from yesterday, you will hit this peak of complete freedom and expansion. But you need to be able to make up your mind, ground that, let things that don't serve you die, embrace the fact that you are an emperor of your own reality, a creator of your own reality, and allow that to gain you wisdom, let you apply that, and then come out on top having all this power to realize your freedom again, okay? The Eight of Wands is another card that's been coming out very deeply lately. The Eight of Wands is usually associated with like, there's a lot of magic going on right now, but that magic is like, it can take any form. It's not chaos, it's not order. It is based off of you, it is moving around you. And if you can allow yourself to open your mind, you will then harness the Ace of Wands, the power within, the power of reality itself. Very clear energy, like, whoa, really, really powerful. Okay? We're going to go over to the Native American deck. Okay? Shuffle here. Alright. I got this. We're ready. We're starting off with the new moon, okay? If you picked out this deck, your main lesson right now is to recognize that you have something that you have to align yourself with love. Like you're weaving your future, but like right now, the main thing that you need to be understanding is like to weave that future, you must be harnessing love right now. That is your main and only lesson. Right now, during the waxing crescent, you need to understand as well that you need to let go of anger. Like sometimes you have this anger that maybe just wants to like self react. You've dealt with this so many times by now that you just need to be able to say, okay, I'm not gonna let this take over me, right? Like if I let this control me, it's not letting me be a creator of my reality. You need to make a conscious effort inside of yourself and say like, I'm not gonna be that person that gets triggered. Like a lot of people who are picking this deck right here, there's still something in your shadow that's gonna pop out and be negative towards you and really pot and like force you to deal with something more grand, right? This morning I definitely dealt with something in my shadow. I was like, hey, I gotta take care of this right now. Bam, took care of it. And then all these other things started happening shortly after. So it's just kind of like be aware that like you need to be conscious that everything you're supposed to be emanating right now is love. Understand that you can't get caught up in your material possessions and like the aspects of the material world because that is going to limit you in some major way. So don't get overly ambitious and don't get too cocky either. Like your emotions right now are very fiery from what I'm seeing, and like you can let fire burn things down. You can let fire just come through and like make havoc, or you can let that fire burn inside of your heart and bring out this huge potential in your life that can change everything. Okay, but you got to be okay recognizing that fire wants to just kind of do whatever it wants, and you got to come down to control it. there's a lot of chaos that's going to be coming through, okay, by your waxing gibbous. And that's something you can't avoid. When the chaos starts kicking in, that's when you really start meditating hardcore into your third eye and your intuition. Don't let go of your intuition. If you let go of that intuition, you're going to lose. You're going to lose out. And again, here we have the Fool, okay? So the Fool on the golden deck shows up over here on the new moon when we do a full cycle over. And now we see halfway through, these people on the Native American deck on the full moon will be going through that Fool experience, okay? So there's something inside of you guys that is culminating, right? And like it's getting hotter and is boiling. You need to learn how to control that with love until you hit this peak of freedom. When you hit this peak of freedom, girl, the next thing you can expect is a lot of things happening. Like a lot of things are going to be moving, but you need to understand that because everything's moving, you cannot lose track of catering to yourself. Like usually when we're trying to make things happen and then bam, that breakthrough happens, right? We're trying to weave our way to this and all the things start coming through, you forget about yourself and you stop taking care of yourself. And when you stop taking care of yourself, you know things are not going to come out as smoothly as you originally intentioned them to. So you have to be okay understanding that you need to take your time, and it's okay to walk away from your projects when your manifestations really start kicking in, because you know, hey, I need to take care of myself. If you keep focusing on those main lessons, you have a happy family coming out. You have nothing you got to worry about. Crazy sauce, okay? And then they're telling you that towards the next new moon, the main thing that you're going to be focusing on is aligning yourself with this higher sense of changing your environment and not lying to yourself through the aspects of matter anymore. So by the next new moon, you might even come to this deep understanding that what you want to do for a living may have changed and you don't feel suffice anymore in that aspect of self, okay? And that's okay too. When you don't feel like something serves you anymore, that's fine. But your main thing should not be manifesting money at this time. It should not be focusing on anything of the material. It should be about harnessing your energy and controlling yourself. Like controlling that anger, controlling the love. When you find the freedom and you start seeing the shifts, like being okay, continuously feeling that love no matter what happens. But by the next moon, you're going to have a shift that has to do with, some major life change. Like something is going to have to be let go by the next new moon. And you can change that energy if you want before you get there. But just know that, you have the universe by your side. You have a lot of luck on your side. And this is something that you essentially ended up manifesting yourself. And if you're not conscious of that and you don't own that, this journey is going to be a little bit more difficult for you when it comes to making a shift. I'm going to do the dragon deck. If you pick the dragon deck, oops. All right. So starting off, if you pick the dragon deck, you are protected. Do not be fearful of anything, okay? So you're protected towards the next full moon, all right? It's going to be bomb for you. Allow yourself to connect with the divine feminine of light, okay? So don't allow yourself to be caught up in major illusions. Right now, you're protected. Allow yourself to connect with this higher sense of self and connect with your soul wisdom, all right? Um, I'm really getting picked up on this energy of connecting with Andromeda, okay? So if you can channel Andromeda, connect with Andromeda if you pick this deck, because right now they're going to help you a lot with understanding the surrender of reality. Again, still focusing on love, this divine love, and transcending and transmuting things that no longer serve you with that love while you give that to your environment. By the next full moon, you're supposed to be so in tune with the divine feminine and with like your soul wisdom and your love heart, that you're giving that back to earth. The first deck, the gold deck, was more so about like personal realization of the God self. The second deck is all about appreciating the moment and detaching from matter. This third deck is all about hello, healer. It is time for you to harness your greatest potential, which is the love of self and the love of you, reality, and the power of reality, so you can clear the path around you and the environment around you. Like two environmental cards here telling you that you're cleaning the environment around you from any negativity. So you're doing us a favor. Thank you. But still, remember, you need to embody higher love for that project to go smoothly and for you not to feel drained. The next coming moon cycle up until the next new moon is about you seriously stepping up as a grid keeper, as a healer, and making us greet closer aspects of New Earth. Without you, we won't be able to make it. All right? So it brings you into the wisdoms of your spiritual discipline. While you do this, turning the next full moon, you're going to unlock a lot of powerful insights on yourself. And knowing that you're protected, the final card comes out to be the alchemaic dragon, where it tells you that you're now using your wisdom around you with everyone with grace. If you picked a dragon deck, holy crap, you are being called to shine and become beautiful. Be that wonderful, lustrous dragon that you are and give that to the world, okay? Because you need to see above these earthly matters. The higher dragon shows up, just really pointing out to you, like, you got to be above these earthly matters. You're being called for a greater mission. It's time to shine. And finally, they are telling you that the rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to the warm-hearted love and the diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. This is your answer. This is your guiding light. Whoa, good job, you guys. If you ended up picking up that deck and you know what's up, you gotta work on yourself if you wanna make it happen. All right, so I'm being told to grab the Ascended Master deck next. So if you ended up picking up this Ascended Master deck, we're gonna be reading all about your moon energy. Okay. Almost done, and we are ready. Okay. Starting off at the new moon. Ooh, nurture yourself. That's all you gotta do. Since yesterday, you should have been nurturing yourself. If you pick this deck twice, because some of these cards came out, especially like the Air Dragon, that came out in a previous deck from the regular Tarot Tuesday. If you pick the same deck again, like, pay attention. This is not a coincidence, as they say. Okay. Choose peace. While you're nurturing yourself, choose peace. There are going to be things that are coming to you that are trying to deter you from your peace. You have to choose peace. If you do that, you will come out on top. Follow your heart while you're doing that. A lot of you are ascending in totally different ways, right? Some of you are working with me on Antojai 2. Some of you, my Antojai 2 workshop. Some of you are working with me, through one-on-one sessions. Others are just strictly spending a lot of time reading. Whatever it is that you're doing, regardless of where it's coming from, where your focus is, as long as you are focusing on following that vibration of your heart, that's what you got to do. That's going to lead you to the next thing. And you need to also follow that vibration, knowing that, like, not everything always makes sense, right? And when you don't have that sense of knowing, right, that sensicalness of reality, that is the unknown. And you need to sometimes be willing to walk into that by following yourself, and you might find the answer, okay? But most importantly, through that is finding the blessing in your current situation. Those are the lessons that are really going to be popping up to you, and learning how to be part of the greater family, okay? You're being forced to ask yourself how to nurture yourself, and this is going to be a wave that you're going to be developing in the collective consciousness, so that the collective consciousness can start following your wave. So the Dragon Deckers are basically straight up stepping up and making like a major shift, like in the yang sense, the male sense, like attacking reality, where like the people who pick the Ascended Masters deck are more so like harnessing themselves and transmitting this nurturing of self quality through the collective consciousness so that they can clear and shield their energy with you, and a new stage of fertility can come, while that will bring in the power of joy. You can do it. It may seem like it's a very huge task, but this is an angelic self realization that's coming through. You have a lot of angelic energy. Call upon the angels to help you cut through whatever barriers that might come up that try to take you away from following your heart or choosing peace or finding the current situation's blessings, okay? Like you need to choose to walk away from that, all while you're retreating and nurturing not only your personal nature, but the nature of the world. When you do that, you make a massive shift and turn this into a practice, okay? If you can turn this into a practice, like a ritual, one that you live in, one that you work with, you will find major, major advancements in your growth. All right, so now I'm going to be going over to another Ascended Master deck. We're going to go with this one. If you guys ended up picking this one, here it comes, though. Dwaj Cool comes out reminding you that you are in harmonious balance with the universe. Just stay there. If you've already been feeling that energy of like, hey, I am in harmonious balance with the universe, feel that. Like, I definitely been feeling that for sure. And because of that, that is you stepping into the full level of your warrior consciousness, okay? All you have to do is know that you're in alignment and not step away from that. Not let anything take you away from that, okay? And own that, okay? Because when you own that, that becomes your truth, and that truth will set you free. And as long as you use that truth with compassion, you will not only guide yourself through like what it means to be this warrior of consciousness that doesn't have to do anything but yet does so much. You'll be able to guide other people into their own levels of compassion. And all of this comes back to like your internal source and like knowing that you yourself are everything that is required to make a shift in any and all realities. But you need to master yourself by staying in these high peaks of consciousness. Because you essentially are a doorway of peace. You are a literal doorway of peace. If you maintain that you are in alignment with all the universe and you're harmoniously balanced, you send that through the doorway, and that doorway brings itself here. And what's really interesting is like if we look at the previous Ascended Master deck before we get to this next level, you're that doorway of harmonious balance, which brings in what? The previous deck's power of joy. Because you are one with your higher self when you understand the greater doorway, the greater aspect of yourself, and you guide yourself to becoming this ultimate magician. You're just basically here to exist and master yourself at this time. Let yourself do that, and you're going to bring out the clarity of the sun, not only for yourself and your reality, but the reality of other people as well. And again, you're being reminded to focus on your heart and focus on love and focus on that higher aspect of the self within love. Oops, this is giving me a little bit of trouble. Going to be picking out this deck right here. It's pretty cool seeing like how everyone has their own little special mission or purpose during this time. And they're all kind of interconnected. We're being asked to do some very magical and powerful stuff in our reality right now. And not everyone's going to come up to shine up because they might not be conscious, but at least you guys are. And if you feel like you know anybody that can benefit from this message, share this with them. They have to hear this. If you picked out the cloud deck, lots of magic has opened yesterday that is going to force you to ground yourself and your foundations and clear your foundations, bringing in more light into those foundations that then are going to force you to see how each one of those integral pieces of your foundation have been linked to your greater consciousness and your greater sense of self within your soul, which will by the full moon will only open up more magic than what you opened up with in the new moon. But then you have to understand, once you open up that second gate of energy during the full moon, take some time to rest, okay? You're basically opening up a lot of energy and bringing in a lot of light and soul and Mother Earth energy, okay? If you're in the Quantum Alchemy course, you already know 10th chakra, 11th chakra, 9th chakra, okay? So then you can then have a lot of luck coming through, okay? By as we get closer to the next new moon. When you get to the full moon, you're gonna open up that doorway, you gotta rest, and then things are gonna come, okay? Very powerful, magical things that have to do with abundance, okay? Just remember that as you go through every ascension shift, when you're opening up any level of understanding, it can bring a lot of clouds, rather like your shadow tries to show up or something else pops up and it's just not fun, right? So allow yourself to be okay with the downloads and the craziness of it all, but don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in it, because your main focus is to ascend, is to move, is to make them movements happen, dog. And then while you do that, allowing yourself with this glow, as you go and you shift through all these stages, produce that in your aura. That's something that a lot of people don't know, but like, most people are like, I just want to shift my energy. Okay, like when you feel great, are you consciously focusing yourself to like expand that energy into your aura and like let that be seen in your aura? Because that's subconscious information that other people pick up on. If you have an aura that literally says, I am sexy, look at me, I am hotter than Kim Kardashian. See this booty, so delicious. If you have that in your aura, people are gonna be like, I don't know, that booty, so delicious, right? But most people don't practice that. So like for you particularly, you need to be able to say, I'm gonna grab that energy, I'm gonna put that energy everywhere, I'm gonna feel that vibe, I'm gonna bring that out, I'm gonna glow that into my aura. And as you glow that into your aura, you will have a higher sense of reality and self, okay? So you need to be more so emanating your energy. It's a practice. We're gonna do the yin cloud. So these are very similar, but they're very different because they have a few different cards. They also have a different vibration. These are a little bit more sweet, where my yang deck is a little bit more like, hey, just gonna tell you the facts. Take it or leave it, dog. Okay. I'm being silly today. I just have like good energy. Now, if you picked a yin deck, it's time for you to rest. Since yesterday you've been asked to rest, take a chill pill, okay? Your goal, you already made your shot. You already know your goal is coming. You already know there's something in the woodworks. Even if you're not fully seeing it, like you have it coming in some way, shape, or form, all right? So when that happens, you need to be okay with that energy coming through. You're going to make major movements, major dashes as that comes through, but you're still going to be challenged to confront your divine twin, the internal divine twin or the external divine twin. You need to be okay resting and letting your yin and your yang match up and find this deeper truth to you and your magic. So by the next full moon, you're going to basically have like this deep truth within your yin and your yang come out about your manifestation. So right now it's more so like meditation time for you than it is for like acting or like saving the world or doing anything. Everyone has a vibration. You're going to find your vibration eventually. They tell you that you're going to come out on top against great odds, okay? Right now, it's more so your cocooning stage, but you have a lot of miracles and positive energy protecting you. The guides are really like, you got a lot of motherly energy, okay? And I'm really picking up with the miracle card, Ma'at energy. If you don't know who Ma'at is she is the goddess of justice and order and peace. And she's basically truth itself, like harmony. And she's like the divine mother. She's so powerful and she brings in so many vibrations. She's like my divine mother. Um, and like she's very bullshit zero. Like you live authentically and everything else shows itself. So you need to understand that like if you're being told that you're being nurtured right now by your mom, by the cosmic mother, like of harmony and justice and balance, like just shut your mouth and go with it. Like straight up, just shut up and just go with it. Like stop questioning what am I supposed to do with this knowledge. Like the moments you feel like you're supposed to be doing something crazy, shut up and just let mom take care of the issue. And straight up, while you do that, you're going to show this powerful truth to other people that they can bring into their reality. Like right now is for you to kind of like set this silent example of your authentic truth and know that like you live in that truth no matter whether or not you choose to be active in that truth or you wish to be passive in that truth, okay? That's going to bring purity into your reality by the next new moon, all right? And then again, that's going to solidify itself into your foundations where you're like, whoa, super crazy, changing my reality. And you're going to find a lot of love when that new set of foundations shifts over for you. Okay, so really good, really good energy right there still. Pretty much straight to the point. Like you don't really gotta do anything. You just gotta chill for right now, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dive into the Isis deck. And we're gonna move some of these decks over here so that they're visible on the camera. Isis deck. Woo. Sometimes the Isis deck has like this really intense energy and I'm just like, I don't know. And even though I use it to like talk to my mentor and my mom and whatever, like sometimes I'm just like, I just can't deal with you today, girl. All right. The Queen of Heaven has spoken and has opened the divine skies for you. You have a blessing moment right now if you picked the Isis deck, okay? So you're blessed right now. What does that mean? That's not some bullshit like, oh yeah, you got blessings, girl. No, that's like straight up, hey, you have positive vibes showering all over you, okay? So like you need to grab all that vibration and say, I am blessed and I'm gonna make things happen with those blessings. Like blessings are not just letting them happen to you. Blessings are an energy you can hold on to. If you can manipulate Reiki, you can literally manipulate blessings, okay? Because you have this power that you haven't even given yourself credit for, and like you need to start owning up that power. This waxing crescent energy is going to be forcing you to deal with that while you are starting to unlock these extra powers within life itself. You're going to be understanding templates within yourself and within life and like these greater lessons about life. And again, you're still just going to be focusing on life. So if you already know quantum Reiki, focus on the life key. That's all you got to be doing this month. Like so far, at least up until the next full moon. That's when you're going to come into this understanding. Again, two massive Isis cards, the Queen of the Heaven and the Divine Guardian. You're going to be coming to this true understanding of like what you're fully capable of and like how you have been lost only because you haven't chosen to see like what your true dynamics are by the next full moon. And then you're still going to be protected. You're super protected this whole entire month. You have a lot of motherly energy right now, and this motherly energy is coming mostly from Isis, not Ma'at. But the main thing is like you need to be focusing on your healing and like focusing on like gathering the aspects of your life and choosing to make blessings with this new energy that's around you. Even if you don't understand what I'm saying right now, Know that there's a frequency that is specifically being given to you because you're in alignment with it. Use that frequency of reality while you still have access to it so that you can make your life beautiful. And you should focus on making those shifts through healing aspects, okay? Fortify the pillars of light that create your reality. And you're going to unlock this really powerful power that has been dormant inside of you for a while, tied to your kundalini, your base primordial creation kind of energy. If you picked out the deck that was associated earlier this morning with this, then you already know what's going on. The wings of Isis are basically telling you again that you're being activated angelically. So that's twice now. 2 decks have been talking about angels being activated. If you picked either one of those decks that were talking about the angels being activated, hey, you just know that you're closer. That's an identity of yours. You've been an angel at a certain dimensional platform in your existence. Doesn't mean that you're still an angel, but it means you have access to the angelic realms. And you are supposed to be bringing the power, and you're supposed to be bringing the power of Adonai out into this reality, the power of constant creation and wellness, okay? Like this energy of abundance. We got this deck right here, the Shaman deck. You ready? These readings are powerful. I can feel like my brain is starting to be like, blur, 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 blur. Channel too many. So right now you're stepping into a vision quest, a very powerful vision quest that's going to allow you to understand these divine energies into the cosmos. You're about to unlock so much magic within your own consciousness. And you're going to find like the dance and the rhythm of life while you do that. You're going to start feeling these states of ecstasy. And sometimes when you're feeling like ecstasy, it comes off as pain because you only resist the ecstasy, right? Like if you ever taken like the actual psychedelic XTC, right? Then you know that like your trip can be really horrible. Any psychedelic, really, it could be really horrible if you just don't go with the flow, right? That's where you're at. You're in this state of ecstasy. You're starting to understand these deeper perceptions of yourself while you're understanding deeper perceptions of the spirits in the cosmic world, and you're integrating that with your life. So you need to be able to dance with that vibration and incorporate it into what you're doing and bring out this really powerful vibration of like being in control and being grounded and being one with a new nature that is all about this vibration. By the full moon, when you start going through this experience, you're going to have a moment where you're going to want to analyze yourself. You're going to want to analyze your spirit. And you're going to go on a second vision quest, very powerful vision quest, to connect with your ancestors and connect with the greater spirits so you can step into the waters of healing and see reality from a new state of perception, and then realign your goals to becoming a medicine man. So if you're somebody who's picked this, like you basically picked, you're basically on this journey to like understand so much power on how to heal the soul and how to connect with like other energies to be beyond this reality. Like you're very on a shamanic path, definitely. And like you're gonna come out being able to understand the nature of not only yourself but other people and the cosmos, especially if you pay attention while you're going through this adventure, because right now you're learning how to transcend duality and how to transcend the greater illusion of self. Finally, we got the Native American totem deck, and this one's mostly going to go for everyone. These are the animals that you can pick out if anything is coming up at any moment. You could always reference this video and pick out the totem animal of that section. Okay. Got it. So last night, the turkey comes up. The turkey is resilient, 31. It creates its own reality and doesn't take shit from nobody, okay? It, it is powerful and it knows that it's going somewhere and it's going to get there, okay? The grouse talks to us about 34, okay? 3, the masters, 4, trusting your intuition, having this divine coupling with the cosmos. 22, the beaver, creating foundations and recreating your foundations, okay? And knowing that everything is fortified by thinking positively and only seeing the outcome in front of you. The antelope, 37, 3, the masters, 7, the harmonic regions of the universe. The antelope jumps across obstacles. Like, it's fast, it's nimble, it's clever, it can make these hard turns. Like, it's fast, right? Like, you don't have to accept a boundary if you don't want to, and your foundations also don't have to deal with the boundary if you create foundations that are beyond the limitations of boundary. Understanding that you're a co-creator with the energy of the grouse, but also as a turkey, like, you're this powerful being that can hold your own just by yourself. The prairie dog, 4 and 7, has to do with listening to your intuition for harmony. The prairie dog is also very clever. It sees a lot. It's very brave. It's very courageous in general, and it will make things happen. You have, by the next full moon, all of you are expected to step into this step of self-acceptance and self-bravery and self-power. The blue heron has to do also with the phoenix, 4 and 5, intuitive change, okay? The blue heron is an afterlife symbol talking about how the other worlds are here, and how also, like, the phoenix aspect, we are dying and rebirthing ourselves into something new. The salmon is saying we're swimming against the grain, listening to our intuition with 4, while we change and evolve with 9. The salmon is also, it returns to its roots, its own nature, every year, so it can rebirth itself with its kin, right? Like, it basically has like this quality that it can swim upstream. Nothing stops it because it has the power to recreate itself in its own reality by its own determination, its willpower. This final one, I'm seeing the dragon. It's a special card, and the dragon basically tells you that you have this ancient wisdom inside of you that you are not giving yourself credit for because you're thinking too linearly and too limited in the way of unlocking your power. Be like the mountain lion. Just take what you want. Find the harmony and know that you're always manifesting more harmony in your life. Embrace whatever messages have come to you today through this reading and force yourself to conquer. Conquer in love, because that was a message for everyone. Conquering in magic, conquering in self-reliance, conquering in knowing that even if it seems like you're not doing much right now, you're doing a lot, right? Because sometimes the biggest impacts are caused by the smallest distractions, right? And then the badger, the badger definitely knows how to break through and get whatever it wants. It's super clever. 2 and 9, stay positive while these changes happen, okay? And don't let yourself be defeated. Keep an eye out for openings and just go with the flow, especially too. The badger energy is very specific on allowing yourself to kind of not take no for an answer, right? Finally, the bat is the cosmic energy. 4 and 2. 4 has to do with intuition, 2 has to do with staying happy, and the bat has to do with seeing the unseen. The bat is a very intuitive, empathic being that can use sonar to see things where other beings cannot. So allow yourself to rely on your higher senses no matter which path you've gone down for the next moon cycle, and combine this reading of the moon cycle with every other reading that you're doing as Patreon continues moving forward, because then you get a more clear, concise way of checking out where you're at in that timeline. So right now, yeah, last night was the new moon. We are in the waxing crescent. We're going to be in the first quarter. I'm going to be applying in the comments below a link for you to be able to check out the calendar that I like to use, and then you guys can keep track of this reading on your own. I'm sending you all of my love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.